Fucking hell, the light. I hope you can see me. I've been working off camera for so goddamn long. I don't even film everything because I don't see the point. It's not that interesting. There's so many little things that I have to do. For example, I bought another door, which is used as well, but in very good condition. You know, compared to this one. So I had to take every single internal piece, you know, all the window mechanisms, the window and everything else off this door, and I have to put it on the new one. Such a hassle, to be honest with you. As you can see, there's a window motor which is working, and there were some rivets inside, so I decided to put screw-in rivets because I don't want to put the rivets, and I don't have them in the first place. So I'm gonna just put some blue Loctite and then secure the window motor and should be okay. Then I have to put the window inside as well, which is here. I have to clean this up. As you can see, 30-year-old grime. I can clean this up, and the window itself is in not really good condition, but I'm not gonna replace it. I don't give a fuck. So the best way to remove all this grime is just use a knife, and then you just do it simply by hand, and you can remove this, and it doesn't scratch the window. I have to fix a door handle as well, which is right here, and this is mine, which is broken, as you can see, into two pieces, and this is what I bought used one, which is in very good condition. So I have to replace the internal lock inside. I saw this online. It's pretty simple. You just put a key in, remove this pin, I believe, and then the whole lock should come off. Because if you don't put the key inside, then the internal pins, which I have right there, here's the internal pins I'm talking about. So when you put the key inside, then these pins lock itself, so they cannot really drop and make your day a lot worse, because then you have to fish these pins out and then put them in correct order once again. So I bought a new lock, which I assembled. It was a fairly easy process. You get a lot of these, you know, these things, I don't know these pins, which are numbered 12, 11, 14th, and you try to put them together just like that, and you see which pins that I used. 21, 21, 22, 22. I don't know whether it's because of this old key, that's why I used so many of the same pins, or it's just that I did it wrong. But so my first attempt wasn't successful. The key inserted into the lock, but it wasn't turning, so I had to replace some pins, as you can see. I don't know, I assembled it. Now I have this lock, which I'm gonna use. It's from another vehicle. So I put this lock back together. There's a hole in here. My journey of just assembling the driver's side door has been a disaster so far, but I believe I've got everything under control. First of all, I replaced the door lock. Now it works, and I was trying to install the lock to put this into its place, but something was obstructing it, and I couldn't put the whole lock straight. So it turns out that there used to be a piece here, which I cut it off with my Dremel. So this piece was hitting here, and I wasn't able to just basically put the door lock flat, and it was... At first I didn't want to show you guys, but I believe I have to. This is a driver's side door, and yeah, this is what I did. If that was entirely my mistake, I'm so disappointed in myself. The last clip that I showed you, me fitting the lock, and there was a metal piece that I had to cut. But firstly, what I did was I tried to bend it with a screwdriver and a hammer, and it turns out the screwdriver slipped and I punched right through the door. I'm off to install the sunroof cover, which is not particularly a difficult job, but it needs a precision which I don't have. The biggest job is to secure these little thingies, which have a little groove, and there's a bolt in here. So it's gonna be fun. Don't ever forget these two little things, the plastic pieces which goes on the sunroof cover itself. Now, okay. Doesn't go like this. Or the okay, I did put this. Okay. Oh my god, there's not enough space and I can't see shit. Oh my god. I'm not gonna put this in the video. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let me secure the one bolt in here. Wait a minute. I have a seat. Oh jeez. Oh, that's better. A friend helped me to install both of the doors. The thing is, everything works. It opens up. Sometimes it gets stuck in here, but it doesn't really matter. I did align the door as best as I could. It was kind of a hassle, but what I did was basically I played with this little thing. I just loosened it up and tried to shift it in the various positions and just to see which position closes the best. On the other news, do you remember when I showed you this door was a bit dented right about here? It's all gone, as you can see. Wait, this is not this one. Alright, so without any hesitation, I can already assure you that I'm a complete dumbass. Once again, it's funny because right now I'm trying to straighten out the whole hood area because, you know, there was a huge difference between the hood and the fender itself. As I was trying to do so, I broke my window in the process. Damaged the paint on the hood, on the fender itself. And the cherry on the top is look.
Hell no, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I broke a fucking hood hinge while trying to open the hood. I was really trying to align the hood, but I couldn't. And it turns out that I installed this hinge plate incorrectly. It should have been here, but I tried to install it on top. This little thing was obstructing me from aligning the hood. That's why I did this already on the other side. And when I tried to close the hood, As you can see, you know, it perfectly aligns with the fender, almost. It's not gonna be almost, it's not gonna be perfect because it's a Chinese. Fucking. Oh my fucking god. I'm going home. Whoa! I've bought this M trim on my. Whoa, what? Anyways, I bought this M trim, which is obviously from Chinesium, and clips don't usually go with this trim. I can't clip on to the car, so what I did was pretty simple solution. As you can clearly see, I put a lot of silicone in there to glue these trims with the clips on. This is a fucking disaster. I don't know, it looks pretty alright. Need to clean this up a bit, but yeah, I mean, so far so good. Okay, it looks promising, I guess. It's not good. Nope. Fuck. Side moldings are installed finally. They're glued in. I didn't use clips, but as you can see, it looks pretty well. It holds up pretty well. There's just some silicone that I have to just remove here. I'm gonna do that in my spare time. Side skirts are installed. I advise to use, as you can see, there's still silicone. I advise to use clips to mount the side skirt, because it's not that difficult. The most difficult part is just to drill the holes, and they hold up pretty well. I just don't glue them in, because eventually they will fall off, because I had this on this car when I bought it. The side skirts were glued and they were falling off due to water and other shit. So just use clips. For me, clips never failed, apart from this, because as you can see, as you can hear, the clips are not fully in because the holes are too big. Fortunately, I miscalculated when I was drilling, so don't make my mistake. Otherwise, everything is installed. The same is on the other side as well, apart from this side molding, which I will be gluing later, because now it's too cold. I want to wait a bit. And this side skirt is completely installed. It looks quite good. It's been quite a journey. I still have a lot of things to do, like the interior I have to fix, because you can see there's still missing pieces. But yeah, assembling the whole car took me way longer than I anticipated, as always. But it is what it is. It's winter right now, it's cold. I don't spend that much time in a garage anymore because it's very cold. So, and I don't have any heater. So I'm just surviving on 0 degrees right now, probably. Yeah, it's 0 degrees Celsius. Good for me. Anyways, thank you for watching, my friend, and hopefully see you soon.